Hello, this is WildKarrde speaking, and in today's episode of Surface Pro 2 Gaming, I present to you Assetto Corsa. Now, it took me a little bit of work to get Assetto Corsa running on the Surface Pro 2. It used to run fine, and then they updated it, put some better graphics options in it, and it took me a little bit of work to figure out which graphic options they added that was making the game hard to run. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get the game running on your Surface Pro 2, and then demonstrate the game running on your Surface Pro 2. As you can see, the stylus works great for the menus, but of course this is a racing game, so the stylus isn't going to work at all in the game itself. Now, to get the game running, you have to go to your video options, and over here to effects and post-processing effects. It does not matter how low you have these effects set, the game will not run if you have them enabled. The only way to make this game run on a Surface Pro 2 is to completely disable all your post-processing effects. With the post-processing effects disabled, the game runs great. If they're enabled, you can have everything set to minimum or off and the game will not run smoothly. Now, to show you just how well the game does run on a Surface Pro 2 with post-processing off, I'm going to show you a race with a full grid, 24 cars, including mine. And I'm going to use the Lotus 211 because that's one of my favorite cars in the game. Some of the cars in Assetto Corsa tend to understeer. They've gotten a lot better with this recently, but it is still an issue with some of the older cars. So, you know, there is that, but the game has improved greatly since I first got it. And I used to be pretty disappointed in my purchase, but now I'm pretty happy that I got it. It's only taken almost a year for it to get to that point, but it's pretty good now. I am recording this with my iPhone 5S in a light box, and I'm going to be playing the game with an Xbox 360 controller. The game really should be played with some kind of wheel, at least a Driving Force Pro. I personally prefer the Logitech G27, but it'd be kind of hard to set that all up with the light box. So I'm going to be using my Xbox 360 controller. I'm probably not going to be doing a really good job with this race. It's to demonstrate the game, it's not to demonstrate my skill with an Xbox controller. As you can see, the preview of the car looks excellent. If you have the post-processing effects on, this would be very jagged, it would be very jolty, it would run at about 5 frames per second essentially. So you don't want to have those on. But with them off, the game is actually pretty playable. I don't know what frame rate it's running at, because I don't have fraps on this computer, and even if I did, the game probably wouldn't run with fraps in the background, because that takes a lot of resources. So I'm just going to show you the game. Regardless of what the frame rate is, it is playable, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to give it a go or not. As you can see, this game isn't easy to control with the Xbox 360 controller. I haven't modified it at all. It's incredibly sensitive right now. This video is not to show my racing skill so much as the game itself, and the simple fact that I can run on a Surface Pro 2, because I don't know about you, but I find that pretty remarkable considering the Surface Pro 2 does not have a dedicated v1.0 processor. It just has a good Intel graphics processor, but it's just an integrated Intel graphics processor. So it's quite surprising, both on Intel's side, that they're able to build a processor, a graphics processor that does this well. it's also surprising that Assetto Corsa is able to run it. This is not one of the most graphic-intensive games on the market right now, but it is a modern racing simulator, and it runs great on the top of the PC. That's pretty remarkable. Don't forget, this isn't, I mean, obviously this isn't a solo car on the track, but this is a full grid. There's 24 cars out here, including myself. That's the most you can have in this game, or at least on this track. So, this is not a bare minimums drive just to see if the game will run on Surface Pro 2. This is full out. I do not have my graphics all the way up, of course, but as far as the race is concerned, you can't have more people race than this. And the game still is running great. I'm not running great. I'm driving with an Xbox 360 controller, and I'm looking at the screen of my Surface Pro 2 through a light box at about a 70-degree angle. So driving isn't very easy. Like I said, this isn't to show off my driving skill, this is to show off Assetto Corsa. And it really is amazing. So, that's the race. I'm going to go ahead and show you the replay now. Seems as if maybe that's not the replay I want to show you. I guess it is. I'll show you as much of this replay as I can. Again, I'm not really sure what frame rate this is running on. I would assume about 35 to 45 frames per second. But as you can see, it's entirely playable. So there you have it, Assetto Corsa on a Surface Pro 2. If you're looking for a portable, modern racing simulator, Assetto Corsa is the best thing I know of. I did a video on WildKarrde recently, which was my personal favorite racing simulator. but it does not run that well on the Surface Pro 2. So this is a great reason to have both games, Project Cars when you're at home and Assetto Corsa when you're on the road. Assetto Corsa also has built-in support for mods, which I believe are going to get pretty popular. You'll be able to do a lot of things with Assetto Corsa mods that you won't be able to do with Project Cars. So anyway, that's the end of this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I've inspired you to get a Surface Pro 2 and or Assetto Corsa and game on the go. Have a good one.